Welcome back, everybody, to an Honest Con special presentation. Today's presentation is brought to you in part by the following sponsors. The Riddle Entertainment Group. Mr. Diallo Riddle, our good friend. You know him as a writer and actor from shows like Southside and Sherman Showcase, Marlin, and more. Don't miss him on One Song, your new favorite podcast dissecting some of the greatest music hits of all time. Welcome back, everybody. Honest Con Film Festival. That's whenever we're talking about cinema, film in general. And I literally just walked up out of the Odyssey. Okay? Yeah. Definitely a hit movie for a reason. That type of storytelling, that type of epic energy, that type of film just ain't that common no more. So I know why people reacted to it the way they did. And I know why critics reacted to it the way they did. And I think that generally it was a good movie. Yeah. I'll say great in many ways too. Ultimately, really good. Why do I leave it at good? Simply because as much as I overall enjoyed it, I must say, if you're young, and when I say young, I'm saying if you're in your 30s or younger, then you may have seen movies from my era, my parents' era, my grandparents' era. If you're a true film buff, you probably watch all of that. But if you're kind of new to that type of storytelling,
You smart, you got that, brother.
yeah. If you're new to that type of storytelling, then it might impress you more than it would if you hadn't grown up watching tons of old movies from all these other generations and already having an early appreciation as a film buff, and in my case, as an actor, a writer, producer, all these parts of it that I'm involved in. It just hits a little different because it's been done on this scale before in other eras, just not with the same technology, of course, not with the same CGI, not with the same ability to create these realistic monsters and epic visuals. And I mean, a lot of that just didn't exist in the way that it exists now. So yeah, for that part of it, it would overly impress you, and it would probably hit you as hard as Jason and the Argonauts or Sinbad's Great Adventure. That's the kind of movie this is for now, for this time. And like I say, if you're new to that type of stuff, because honestly, they haven't been making movies about ancient times that were done with that much respect, regard for some of the, I can't forget the greatest. I mean, come on. Clash of the Titans, that's always, and I'm talking about the original, I ain't talking about the remake. Because again, people get it right and then they get it wrong, they get it kind of right and then they mess it up all over again. The first one will forever be the one, the only, the greatest great. And this reminded me of that for now. But like I say, Greek mythology, Roman mythology, but especially Greek, because this is Greek. And yes, those two do intertwine, but they're still unique in their own regard. And I feel like you get a little bit of, again, some tropes, some things that I'm just, at my age, I'm kind of tired of it, because even though it's familiar, it's like going and eating a certain type of food that always has the same ingredients, but knowing since the beginning of getting that food, you weren't really eating the authentic thing. It's like eating pizza in America, and true Italians will tell you that's not real pizza. That's not what we even call pizza in Italy. And so, for that reason, I say I enjoyed it, but I'm ready for some real pizza, if that makes sense. And I've been ready for some real pizza. And I'm still okay with eating the American pizza I grew up on. As a matter of fact, I might not even know what I'm asking for if I ever do get the real thing. When I finally get to Italy and get the real thing, I might be like, I doubt I would, because I've been eating too many real ingredients and doing my own stuff from scratch, and I like to go to the best of the best stuff here in America. I'm always seeking the better, the uncommon. So it probably would taste wonderful to me, and it'd be right on time for what I've made my taste buds used to. But I'm saying, if you are not at all used to the real of anything, all you've been eating is the artificial, the high fructose corn syrup, so to speak, of film, you don't know what food tastes like if it ain't got canola oil and other trash in it, then, you're not going to have any complaints. It's just going to be more of the same. But if you've ever tasted the real of anybody's cuisine, visually, intellectually, even spiritually with the messages, and this is where this movie gets me a bit, because it had that at the same time. It had real ingredients. It had depth. It had obvious satire of the current American atrocity of the governmental situation. It was all in this movie. It was there. It was a statement being made throughout the entire film. It was very obvious. If you are true woke, if you're still eating, the fake ingredients, then you're using the false definition of woke. You can't understand when you're looking at somebody make a message through a big blockbuster summer movie like this to say, this is all messed up. And from a soldier's point of view, for the main man himself to say, I see the ills of my ways to defend something that was never meant to be. This was always wrong. The whole concept, just the idea of war after war after war and what that brings has never been the purpose of life. And when he realizes that, and realizes how the only thing that really matters is getting back to his woman and his family, now you're working with some real ingredients. Now you're hitting it in, and now you're knocking it out the park. But then you sew it up with, sweet words at the end that make it seem like, but we'll eat fake American pizza again, even though we now have been introduced to the real pizza, and we're gonna appreciate it all, because we just gotta. No, it don't work that way. You got a lot of growing up to do that generationally just ain't done. And that's why some people can't understand, are mad about this movie, do not like this movie, where the rest of us, we understand it, we dig it. We just ain't spoon feeding each other the watered down version of nothing no more. We ready for the real deal. Give me straight 100% olive oil, from the Mediterranean. But all in all, good go at it. Nolan did a damn hell of a job with something, and added some Julie Taymor level Titus type, modernization to it with costume and epic visuals and everything. And the Cyclops, man, I see why everybody keeps talking about it. I wasn't even ready. I expected it to be more of something of other, but it was actually more scary because of how strangely plain and gross and it was a thing, y'all. It was a thing. I ain't gonna give it away either, because I haven't heard nobody else give it away. I'm not gonna be the one. Y'all go check out the Odyssey. Get your real ingredients and your sprinkle of what you used to. Good go.